How do you go from a one-woman shop 25 years ago to managing $700 million? Welcome to Debra Brede, the founder and president of D.K. Brede Investment Management on the Language of Business.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. I started out in 1980, and I started out as a sales assistant, became an ops manager within the next 6 months, and then I did the broker training in 1984 at Shearson. So I used to cold call. That's how I actually started doing my business, cold calling, and I built it on municipal bond buyers, and I cross-sold them stocks. And then I started to give seminars, and after that it was all coming in from a referral business. So since then it's just been really just referrals coming in and building my client base from there.
The latest craze these days in investment management is Robo brokers. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's not going to really affect me because the kind of clients that I have, they're looking for true wealth management. They don't just want what's the latest ETF or that type of thing. They're looking to see, you know, where should their money be? How should they take it out most tax efficiently when they do retire on the IRA distribution side? They want to know about making sure that they can move their wealth from one generation to the next, what's the best way estate tax-wise and all of that. So I think it's going to be good for the smaller investor.
How do you respond to a client who wants to deal with one of the huge behemoth institutions who might have 45 experts?
Okay. Well, first off, I have access to all those experts plus others. So basically today's marketplace, very different than how it was back in the 80s when I started in the business, where now you have access to analysts' opinions from many different firms, as a matter of fact. And when you go to a behemoth firm, like whether it be a Merrill Lynch or whatever firm you want to talk about in that regard, you're really going to get one advisor. Generally, it's going to be the one that's the lead person that's going to figure out what's going to happen with your account. So it's really, once again, getting that right person to work with you.
How do you build from a team of you yourself to 7 other people?
Really, it's think about it like a doctor. So I'm a doctor that sits there, and I want to look at all the records. I want to have everything in front of me. So it's like having a bunch of nurse practitioners or other doctors work with you that bring in all the information you need to then make the right decision. What it does is it frees me up to spend the time on just doing the analysis side and really zeroing in on what I need to zero in on.
Would you prefer a smaller number of clients with more assets under their names or a larger number of clients with smaller accounts?
I need to have at least $1 million under management for me to make it worthwhile for me based on what I do for a client. And on top of that, I happen to like different people. I love the people side of it. So I wouldn't want to just have one client only, for instance, or just 2 clients. I like the differences of the clients. I've got some famous writers. I've got some very well-known doctors out there. I've got people interior decorators, people I just love to talk with. So that brings variety into it for me. So,
how much are you able to customize the advice to the individual as opposed to giving everybody your A+ recommendations?
I customize everything I do. So you come to me, it's a tailored suit is what happens. So we'll have people that we need to work around the fact that they've inherited assets from years ago, and maybe it's in a trust account where if we sell something off, there's going to be a large capital gain. We have people that might just be in love with one particular stock, like maybe Gilead or whatever it might be. Maybe they work for the company, so we work around that. So it's about building the portfolio, and it's really good to have someone that does customize it like me because it's more tax efficient that way.
Do your nurse practitioners deal with client-facing issues or research?
Both. They both. We have it on all different sides. So my staff they do many different jobs, but some are just service related where they're just taking care of the client need, where it might be transferring money, maybe they're making a charitable gift or doing something like that, or paying the 529 bill, the college bill or something like that. But I have staff members that pull research together for me or get research on companies for me. So
in the next 5 years, are you looking to double to $1.4 billion under management?
Well, I'm very careful at who I take on and how much assets I have under management because I want to make sure I have time for all the clients that I have. So kind of like a doctor where they can do a certain panel number of patients and know they could still take care of those patients. I want to make sure I could take care of all my clients that come to me. So just like the clients interviewing me, I'm also interviewing them because I want to make sure I take on somebody that I can really help and make a difference for in their life.
You're #1 with Commonwealth Financial Services. What do you get most from that relationship?
I just love Commonwealth. I want to say I am so glad I went independent with them years ago. They're one of the top out there. They win the awards, and they win many awards. And they've always been there as a backup. Anything I need, whether I need even something where it's some odd duck trusts that I'm reading, like what is this about? They'll have attorneys that they can direct me to. I've got clients that are international clients that we need people at specific tax questions on that they've got resources to take me to. So they've been everything I've ever needed.
Debra, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Debra Brede, the founder and CEO of DK Brede Investment Management Company.